Through the first 4 games, it's been quite a rough and tumble series, and this crowd is expecting more of the same here. It's on to Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Harris and Steve Lyons. And Steve, this is still anyone's series as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, and now you can see they're down 3-1, so we're in that classic must-win territory now. They're going to need to win 3 straight to take the series. But as a player, you really can't think that way. It's time for that old baseball cliche. You got to take them 1 game at a time, and that definitely applies right here and now.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, welcome your defending National League champion, New York Mets.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. What's the focus for them as they try to win a National League championship here on the road, Steve?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you've got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Steven Matz is charged with keeping their hopes alive on the mound here in the League Championship Series. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent. We'll look to build on that here.
And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Trey Turner heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. Trying to bunt his way on to open the ball game, but he misses it for strike 1.
First pitch, 7:05.
Hot shot down the line. Backhanded. Throw by Reyes is right there for the first out.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
Stepping in, Bryce Harper. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count. And we'll need to keep the hot chocolate flowing tonight. 42 degrees our game time temperature. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
High in the air out to center field. Granderson is under it. 2 gone.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
Jason Worth gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Grounded back up the middle. Cabrera's up with it. Throw on to Loney will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. So a fairly painless top of the first. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Yeah, you know, I love what the Grandy man, Curtis Granderson, does for this ball club. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
Gio Gonzalez gets the call in Game 5 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matty. In his last start, he was pretty effective. Got the win and only allowed 2 runs. Going to try and do that here again.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best all-around players in the game in Bryce Harper. What he does defensively, he's got great speed, got an absolute cannon for an arm, and he's very aggressive, has not met a wall that he doesn't want to run through.
Jose Reyes is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And a wasted pitch there. 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Squared that one up just a little late. Gonzalez is ready. Here it is on 2-2. And another foul ball. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Reyes is retired, and there's one away.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so He's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
One out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away. And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Yoenis Cespedes will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
The windup and the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's falling behind 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
So many times pitchers will get ahead and they'll start to mess around, and the next thing you know, it's a full count like it is here.
2 out, nobody on. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Curtis Granderson will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just 1 game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. After 1, no score. Daniel Murphy makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
In now is Anthony Rendon, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Three and 0 now. Due next, there's Ryan Zimmerman. In tight as this pitch misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Ryan Zimmerman takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and one away. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Well, that's the frustrating thing for a sinker baller. When you get the ground ball you need and it finds a hole. Now he's got 2 men on to deal with and only 1 away.
Danny Espinoza will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
Well, it seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
Here comes the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. Chop foul right by home plate, and it's a ball and a strike. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes.
swing and a miss much too early, and that makes it a full count.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in a matter of about 5 feet.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. One left for Washington. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. James Loney will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Loney.
Ripped on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting 6th, right fielder,
Jay Bruce will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home.
And these guys really need him to start producing. Have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team. He well neutralized him all October long.
Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't trade places with that guy for anything. I mean, this would sting on a 95-degree afternoon in Arlington. But on a cold night like this, he's going to be feeling that for a couple of hours. That's called a good old-fashioned jam sandwich.
Number 54 will get a chance here, and you see the numbers for the series. He just has not gotten going yet.
Now, and if they're going to get back in this series, they're going to need him to get back in the groove because this pitching staff has buried him so far.
Gonzalez steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, the one thing you can't have here is a 3-pitch inning, so he pretty much has to look at the first one.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Pedro Severino is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Pedro Severino.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
It seems like he's just dancing around him so far in this at-bat. No fastballs yet. He's behind 2-0. I know what I'm looking for if I'm hitting.
Here it comes, 2-0. And he watches this one in there for a high strike.
And when he's finding the inside corner with that curveball, whoa, he can be tough. That's a hard pitch to hang in there on.
To 2-2 now. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
That's a nice comeback from down in the count, 2-0. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just start laying pitches in there. He had a good plan to start with, and then he executed that plan all the way through the at-bat.
Standing in now, Gio Gonzalez. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
And I can tell you, from facing guys like this my whole career, you may think you're getting a curveball, but when a guy's throwing in the high 90s, it's darn near impossible to sit on one.
Into the box now, Trey Turner. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Granderson's after it. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Rene Rivera digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Rene Rivera.
Out in front of it, strike one. Gonzalez looks in. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard to short. Right to Espinoza. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Batting ninth, catcher, Steven Matz.
Into the box, Steven Matz, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
The 0-2 home.
Nope.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Hey, if you like a good pitcher's duel, it looks like we've got one brewing right here. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third, and both of these guys look like they have their good stuff.
Jose Reyes will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
And they fooled him with the changeup in his last at-bat. I got to believe you go after him again with that changeup.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Worth going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he is into scoring position at second with their first hit, a 2-out double.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning, but now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double.
as Dribble Cabrera will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the two-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
He's set. Here it comes. And a high strike there, 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike.
Be careful not to airmail that thing over your catcher's head. You got to make sure you don't overthrow it.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. And they're going to hit the board first tonight as this ball's down for extra bases. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Back-to-back doubles here, and maybe more damaging, back-to-back 2-out doubles are going to get him a run. It looked like this inning was under control, but that's the kind of quick strike ability that these guys have.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. A 1-0 delivery. And a strike to even the count, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Ripped down the first base line. Oh, Zimmerman. It's in time.
Oh, what a play.
Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. More on tap from Game 5 after this. Leading off the inning, Bryce Harper, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Worth.
Jason Worth stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Curveball just misses apparently, 1-0.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Grounded to the right. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
And this is a situation now on the mound where you can't worry about how you got into it. You've got to worry about how you're going to get out of it. And he's got some work to do now to protect this lead.
Daniel Murphy will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
From the stretch. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. After it is Cespedes. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only one away.
So striding in, Anthony Rendon, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
That's inside. 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. Two guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game perhaps. It's 2-1. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a curveball drops in on 2-1, 2-2 now.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the second run scores.
This is a guy you don't want to make a mistake to with runners on base, because when you do, he normally does something like this. This is a bolt right here. You could hang your laundry on this one, and it's going to wind up scoring 2.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
And now this is all about minimizing damage out there on the mound. He's got to regroup, and he's got to do it quick, or this game will get away from him.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1. Now a look and a throw back to second, and the runner will get back standing.
Keeping an eye on him.
Aye. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1 and 2?
Here's the 1 and 2 delivery. Just inside, not by much. It's 2 and 2.
Well, he watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike 3.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Granderson is there now, and he has it 2 gone.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So staying at second, probably the right call.
Danny Espinoza will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he's got an open base here. Looks like he's going to use it.
Outside, 3-0 now. Pedro Severino would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Still a base open here, so you don't have to come in with one if you don't want to.
2 out here and a runner at second. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's now 3-1, and he is in there.
Now batting.
And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Settling in now, Pedro Severino. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Curveball there. This one touching 77 miles an hour. 2 strikes.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Drilled to the left side. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker ball, the thought is that you've got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Gio Gonzalez will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
Ground ball right side. Gets dirty and gloves it. Got him.
Woo, no problem.
3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Leading off the inning, Curtis Granderson. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Gonzalez gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Gets a small piece near the plate, but it gets foul. fought off at the plate, and will do it again. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And this is swung on and missed by Granderson, and that's the first out of the inning. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. Both guys topping out at 95 miles an hour. So the bases are empty with one man gone, and striding in is the first baseman, James Loney. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced. And we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And Loney takes that one that misses. It's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 19.
Strikeout and a soft liner here. And he's had no problems with this inning so far at all.
Here's Jay Bruce now. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
And this guy's had his way with him so far.
Number
So
54.
maybe this is the way to change things up. Maybe go into attack mode up there. Kind of get the sense that they've been a little too passive. So this is a nice first pitch single.
Number 54 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Chop foul over towards the dugout. ready to deliver the 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mets leave one. They still trail it here 3-1. Trey Turner come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Sinker to open the AB, in there for strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch is a sinker, swung on and missed. 2-2. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number 1.
Well, this curveball right here has got a lot of snap to it. You can see pretty clearly he's finishing off his pitches much, much better than earlier in the ball game and getting much better results as well.
Here's Bryce Harper now. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
And here's a guy that needed a quick inning after giving up 3 runs the last time around. He's got the first 2 outs here. He's looking a lot more determined out there now.
Jason Worth stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. One 1-0 is a curveball that's over for strike 1.
Well, he's really starting to hit his stride here in this 5th inning.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
In the air to center field, and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. A solo home run for Jason Worth. His second home run of the series, as the Nationals move in front now 4-1.
Well, yeah, and that's what you're paying your big horse to do out there. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a fastball right there, so he just stays back as long as he can and then just explodes right through the zone.
Now batting,
Here's Daniel Murphy now.
Daniel Murphy.
As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. At last home run, a long one, 423 feet, the estimated distance. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More on tap from Game 5 after this. Rene Rivera will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And that's in there for strike one.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Now the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Now, you can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
Hit hard back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
Juan Lagares will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Juan Lagares.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Gonzalez comes set. Here it is on 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. Harper coming on, but he won't get there. It falls in. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Still fairly early in the game, but these guys don't want to let this 3-run deficit get any worse. Back-to-back hits here going to bring the tying run to the plate with nobody out.
Digging in, Jose Reyes. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around, and that's a good job to start this guy with strike 1.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. fifth inning here in a 4-1 ball game. On the ground up the middle, gloved by Murphy. Espinosa on to first, and they get the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. You know, nothing gets you off the hook after back-to-back singles, quite like a double play ball to that third guy.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. This is hit softly to third, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Mets strand one. They trail it 4-1. Fernando Salas will get the call here as he'll start the sixth inning on the mound.
Number 59, Fernando Salas.
Anthony Rendon will step in to start things for the Nationals. He'll be followed by Ryan Zimmerman waiting on deck. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
The 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And the sixth inning opens with a flyout, one away.
If you're going to go the other way with a pitch, you've got to be committed to it. You can't just have a lazy swing and pop the ball out to right field. That's not going to do you any good.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there. But, hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
The 1-0 delivery. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Sixth inning, 4-1 is our score. And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with fastball.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball four.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Danny Espinosa, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
One 1-0 count. Here it is. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Right side hit hard. Gloved by Loney to Cabrera for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Pedro Severino will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Cespedes is after it. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Nationals leave one as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Leading off the inning, Yoenis Cespedes, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Now the Nats are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Line towards center field. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Boy, and how he managed to get enough on this swing to get it into the outfield, it's beyond me. I mean, this is pure muscle right here because that ball is nowhere close to the barrel of the bat.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one.
Well, this crowd's been something else here in this series. They are really making it tough on him out there.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's the first baseman, James Loney. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Here comes the 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
High and away, not close. 3-0.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Both teams with 6 hits so far. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Worth ranging back. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
And, you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Jay Bruce will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And this offense has just been stuck in neutral. Even when they get a guy on to start the inning, they've got nothing to go with it.
A runner on first with 2 away. To first, Gonzalez, and the runner back. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Turner over to his left. And that ends the inning. Mets leave 1. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. It's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary. Number 51 will be the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 51.
Clint Robinson is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Robinson.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
That's a ball.
And he misses again. 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
To first. Loney's got it. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Center field.
And that's what the 2-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Trey Turner will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Well, just from a distance standpoint, you have to remember that left-handed hitters maybe get a step or 2 advantage over a right-handed hitter leaving that batter's box. So that's why it's much easier for lefties to bunt their way on than it is for righties to do it. And here, he needed those 2 extra steps because that was a very close play down there at first.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
You do not want to get the middle of this order up with guys on base. So this is the hitter he needs right here, right now.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they lead it 4-1. Mark Zepchinski will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Mark Zepchinski.
Number 54 will dig in now, just hoping to put one in play. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts so far.
Yeah, the last thing he wants is that dreaded hat trick, so we'll see if he can make something happen this time.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Turner will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
And even with the new pitcher in there, I think you tip your cap a bit to that starter. I mean, he gutted out 6 tough innings, and he's given his guys a good chance at victory if this bullpen can hold the lead.
Digging in, Rene Rivera. He singled his last time up. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here it comes, 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a ball foul tipped straight into the catcher's glove as he's able to hold on for the second out.
Yeah, a lot of lefties like to throw that slider down and into right-handed hitters, especially with 2 strikes. He knows he's got to protect, but that's a very tough location there.
Kelly Johnson will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Kelly Johnson.
There's the sinker to start him out, missing down and away for ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
Boy, it's been a good, solid inning so far out of the pen. Let's see if he can wrap this one up.
Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty.
That's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Jose Reyes will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's set and the pitch. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Changeup, and that fades down and away. 2-2. 2 out with the man at first. Shot fouled over towards the coaching box. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Hard hit ball to second, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Mets strand 1. They trail it 4-1. Jerry Blevins will be summoned from the bullpen now, so he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Jerry Blevins.
Jason Worth We'll stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Hit hard but fouled as this ends up over by the first base dugout. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Bruce is under it. Makes the play, one away.
Now batting.
4-1 our score as we give you a look there at the starter comparison to see how the numbers match up for the two starters. Daniel Murphy will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Eighth inning, 4-1 is our score. One pitch is a sinker taken for a strike, 1-2. And that misses 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. Two are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Visiting Nationals holding the lead here in the 8th as you get a look at our line score to this point in the game. Ready now, Anthony Rendon. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Cut fastball taken for strike one. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Yeah, a smart pitch there. If you got him to reach for it 0-1, maybe he'll do it again 0-2.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Cabrera's there. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Blake Trinan is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Blake Trinan.
Asdrubal Cabrera will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. Chop foul right at home plate. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Murphy's got it, and he's retired here, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Yoenis Cespedes steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's Cespedes with a drive. That's high and deep to left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the 9th inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
And now just look at all 3 of these pitches here on show track. First one, not a strike. Not a strike, and not a strike either. Now, that's no question that it could be 3-0 right now, but instead, he's headed back to the pine.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
First offering on its way. And they'll start the at-bat with a sinker as this is chopped foul at the plate. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Two out, nobody on. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. James Loney would be next. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Hit well by Granderson. This ball's in the air to deep right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Ryan Zimmerman, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Here it comes. Hit hard up the middle, and this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. Some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Stepping in now, Danny Espinoza, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that'll just sneak past the glove, and it should be a base hit.
And the rich keep getting richer. 2 straight hits to start the inning, and now they can really look to salt this one away.
Pedro Severino gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. He's ready now. The pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
First and second here with nobody out. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
And now at the plate with a 2-0 count, it's not just, hey, this has to be a strike. You've got to look for one pitch in one location and then let it rip.
Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle. Strike 1. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Now batting,
Number 66 will come in and pitch now.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 66.
Wilmer Defoe will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Wilmer Defoe.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
Here's the 3-1. Tap foul at home plate. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Trey Turner comes to the plate with the bases juiced, and it seems a big hit here could really put this one out of reach.
Yeah, and pretty much any glimmer of hope for those guys in the field would have to be gone if he comes through with a big knock right here.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. That's wide, 2-0.
You get the sense he's starting to panic a little bit out there. He's not following through on any of his deliveries, and some of his pitches aren't all that close to the strike zone.
Things going from bad to worse in a hurry now. It's 3-0.
Take sign?
That would be a take sign.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. That one's in there. 3-1.
And even 3-1, I say take another one.
In there, and he's taken him as far as he can go now. It's full 3-2.
Taken again on 3-1. He's trying to get that RBI the easy way, but now they've worked it back to a full count.
Just hung in there on that one. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Yeah, that's his second walk here in the inning, and this one, it's going to hurt big time. You don't want to say that he's brought this upon himself, but this is what happens when you fall behind and can't throw strikes.
Bryce Harper struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
He's going to get a visit from his catcher here because even though he got away with that last pitch, it was right down the middle of the plate, nowhere near the target. And this is not the guy you want to start missing your location with.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Way outside. 1-2. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, if there was ever a time for a strikeout, that was it. The bases remain loaded with 2 away now, so, you know, if they can get out of this with only 1 run scoring, that'd be quite a comeback.
Jason Worth comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
You know, things are bad enough as it is, but if you keep falling behind guys like this, he could make this a 5-run inning with just 1 swing.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a runner, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
The 2-0 on the way. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one, his second of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Oh, nowhere to put him. You can't walk him. You can't pitch around him. So he has to come in with something right here. And boy, this guy was just lying in the weeds waiting for this pitch. And this is the big salami right here.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. He'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
struck him out, and the inning finally comes to a close. So they put up a big number in the inning as 5 crossed the plate, and this was the biggie here, the grand slam home run. Last chance coming up here for the Metropolitans. It's the Nationals 9 and the Mets 1. Mark Melanson will come on here. Not a save situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless. James Loney will be the one to start things off, with his guys needing a 9th inning rally here if this series is going to make it to a Game 6.
James Loney.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's Jay Bruce now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Two and 0. Lays off, and it's 3-0.
3-0.
Bruce will lay off that one. He's aboard. It's ball 4.
Now batting, number 54.
Number 54 stands in. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Melanson's ready. Here it is on 0-1. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Espinoza on to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Oh, there is so much that can go wrong with this play right here. This will give us a great angle to look at it. Look where he fields this thing. Then as he goes to throw it, stop it right there. He's got no real direct lane to the bag. Now, we've seen guys screw this up all the time. They throw it off the runner's back. They hit someone's helmet. Anything can go wrong. But he's able to avoid that danger here as he gets that force at second base.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Ready with the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Weak roller right side. Barehanded on the hop. And there will be joy on the mall tonight. The Nationals are going to the World Series.
Boy, that's one happy bunch of guys down there right now. They are the National League champions, but they know they're not done yet. They've got one more big hurdle standing in front of them, but these guys are looking like they're going to be awfully tough to beat.
The big bat for the Nationals tonight, well, it belonged to this man, Jason Worth. Strike opposed, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Championship Series on MLB The Show.
The final line score for the ball game tonight for the victorious Washington Nationals: 9 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Mets, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citi Field, 45,000. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.